here is it?
All right, guys. So we had a disaster on that first recording due to a heavy mesh being open, slowing down the computer and making everything glitchy. Welcome back to Trenton 3D. We are here to learn about two new commands. One is the UV, create UV command, and the other one is the flow along the surface. So basically what we're going to do is we created a cylinder here, and the way we did that was I have a finger-sized rail and I extrude it both directions, and we want it 30 millimeters. We want it not to be solid, but we want it both sides, and I enter 15 millimeters, and that's going to give me 30 millimeters in total because it's 15 millimeters one direction, 15 millimeters the other direction. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go to the left-hand side, and under the project curves, we're going to click and hold, and we're going to click on create UV curves with the left click. So we left click on that, and then we're going to choose the object with another left click, and then we right click, and that creates the UV curves that you're going to draw in. Since we have it already drawn, I'm just going to show you by highlighting it. Here we are in the top view. And we have a bunch of objects here. I'm going to delete the drawing in the back and just leave the poly surfaces and the T-spline surfaces so you can see it. All right, I'm going to now convert these T-splines into Rhino surfaces. Just give it a second. There we go. Now everything's Rhino surfaces. All right, so the next command is called flow along the surface. That's under transform, and it's right over here, as you can see, right underneath flow along curve. We want flow along surface. And it does exactly what it sounds like. It's going to take the objects and flow it on a surface. This surface is curved, and this is going to come out beautiful. So we're going to left click on flow along surface. Now it's asking me to select the objects. So here it is, all inside the box. I'm selecting the objects, and right click when you're done. Now this is very important. Up here there is the word plane. Okay, we're going to click on the word plane, and we're going to start with the first corner, left click, and drag down to the second corner, left click. Now it's asking me for the target of where we're going to place this flow. It's going to be that cylinder. Left click on it. Give it some time. This usually, if you have a very complex mesh, this takes time, so just let it do its thing. Put on some Bob Marley over here. Okay. And there it is. So what did it do? As you can see, it made the surface. You see how it's flat over here on the plane, but on the cylinder, look how it's curving beautifully around the curve, the cylinder. See that? Mm-hmm. All right. So now if I select it, select all, and rotate it, this is the top of the ring. See that? You have a nice eagle, bird, phoenix on top of the ring. You see that, guys? And you can literally draw anything in this box. So let's give you an example. So let me undo. Let's go into the top view over here, and let's draw something. Okay, I'm gonna take that curve command here, and let's make some kind of shank. Let's do it like this. Start here. Draw it like this. Here I'm going to make like an organic shank. Right click over here. Boom. Okay, right click over here. Bring this all the way over here. Right click. Right click again. Left click. All right, now what I'm going to do is just join this. Puzzle piece right there. Draw the other side. Well, you can also just mirror this. Transform, mirror from the center of it over here to the other side. There you go. Just move this over to about there. Let's just make it a little bigger that way. Take these both here. Let's extrude them. Let's give it a thickness. Solid, yes. Both sides, no. Let's go 1 millimeter thick. Okay, so there you go.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if since you did the cylinder, but you didn't make it any, you didn't extrude the cylinder.
All right, so yeah, this is one way I can do it. I mean, I should really connect this over here, but I just want to show you quickly how I can make a shank. So again, now I'm just going to go under transform and flow along the surface. It's going to, hold on. We're going to now choose all the objects, right click, first corner. After you click on plane, first corner, second corner, and then choose the target. Okay, it's creating the mesh as it takes a little time. Okay, there you go. Let me choose it and then rotate it from the center. Okay, bring it to the top. And then you're going to see, after I delete the cylinder, kind of have a shank going. See that? See? So flow along the surface is really powerful because whatever you draw here in this UV curve will be projected into that world. And it allows you to get very creative as opposed to actually drawing onto that cylinder. You draw on a flat plane. It's easier to draw on a flat surface and then project it, yeah, than to draw on a curved surface and make it. So this is a really powerful command. You guys can practice it using yeah, go ahead.
No, see, now when you make that on the flat plane, is it important at the far left and the far right to make them at the same angle to where they connect when it's turned into the ring?
So this is basically the seam, okay? So I was explaining about the seam of the cylinder. So if you look on the cylinder, when I go on to shaded view,
yeah, it's like
you see the line here. You see that there's a visible line here. That's the seam. Okay. So basically, what it did is imagine this splitting and then opening up like this, and then laying it flat. So you really want to go to the edges. You want to go to this edge, all the way to this edge, and all the way to this edge. So that it will meet when you flow it. It'll meet exactly there. Okay, I just, it takes a little time to actually do that. I have to, bring it, see over here, you're going to come exactly to the edge. Exactly to the edge. Okay, but to save time, I just was kind of showing you the process. But yeah, so what we're going to do today is I kind of want you to just create a cylinder, open up the UV, do a drawing on top of it, and then flow it back on there. Simple drawing. You could do the panda, you can do Twitter, you could do freestyle, whatever you want, and do that. Okay? Does that make sense, guys? All right. Let me turn off the recording.